Hi there, my name's Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of The Rift. It's an action-adventure film, Came out in 1990. IMDb is a 15, Amazon is not rated. It's strange. Duration is 1 hour and 23 minutes. Amazon is 3.6 out of 5. IMDb is 4.7 out of 10. I read both. So Amazon is, when an experimental submarine goes missing, a rescue team dives deeper than anyone has gone before and discovers a strange and horrifying world deep within the ocean. And IMDb is Siren 2, a submarine under the command of Captain Phillips, ventures into the deep on a mission to recover the missing Siren 1. Their quest is hindered when the submarine becomes entangled in a patch of toxic seaweed. So the director is... I don't know if I'm saying it right. Juan Piquer Simon, Juan Piquer Simon, who directed Slugs. Not seen that in years. I've got to find that. Brilliant film to do with slugs, obviously. Producers, one of the 4 of them. We have Juan again, who did Slugs. Francesca De Laurentiis, who did Slugs, and Jose Antonio Escriviva, Criva, who also did Slugs. Our music was by Joel Goldsmith, who did War of the Dead. The cast, we have Jack Scalia, who was Wick Hayes, who's in Dallas, the series. Eli Pouget, Elypouget, who was Anna Rivera, who was in Death Machine. Ray Wise, who was Robbins, who was in Twin Peaks, awesome series. First 2 are great, third one's crap. And John Toles-Bey, Toles-Bey, who was Skeets, who was in Waterworld. R. Lee Ermey, who was Captain Phillips, who was in 7. Deborah Adair, who was Nina, who was in the series Days of Our Lives. And Tony Isbert, who was Fleming, who was in the series Los Libros. It was filmed in the seaport in Trondheim in Norway, and apparently in Studios Verona, not studio, but it's actually in an interior underwater cave demolished in 1991. What the hell? So apparently they demolished this lovely cave. It looked beautiful, and they demolished it, and it's like, why? I've got coordinates apparently on IMDb, so that's going to be interesting. It's also known as Rift, that's what it says in Amazon. And the story was set in outer space in an earlier draft of the script. Now it's on Amazon, briefly. It's on Prime, but only for me recording. It's going to be expired by the time you watch this, so you'll have to pay for it if you have to go onto Amazon. If not, you just find it somewhere else. So it starts with credits, a house by the beach. Right, there's 2 dudes are ringing the doorbell. They just walk in like you do. And inside they're wearing sunglasses, even though it's daylight. Obviously they're like Secret Service, because they have to wear sunglasses. And apparently within 5 minutes we found out the submarine is lost. It's not the usual 30 minutes since the film it's lost. It's literally within the first few minutes. So that's kind of cool. Now it seems our engineer, Wick, is sharing a bunk with Robbins, who's a tad seasick. They're still at the dock, by the way. They haven't gone anywhere. He's throwing up, and he's like, yeah, this is a good sign. Now, the captain is the drill sergeant for Full Metal Jacket. If you've ever seen that, you'll know what I mean. It's a brilliant film. I tend to like it before they actually went to Vietnam, then it got a bit boring. But yeah, that's that. And he was also in Fight Nerds and stuff like that. And he's always been a drill sergeant in these kind of films. But apparently in real life he was. He was a drill sergeant and stuff like that. Did tours in Vietnam and everything. So someone's changed the radiation level or something. I'm not exactly sure what it was. By way of fingers on the keyboard. Hang on a second. Come here. The dog thinks he's going outside. He ain't. But I can tell you it wasn't based on the fingers. Awesome. So, Wick's saying that they need to plan things out before they do anything, before they start going down into the water. And Fleming says, I thought this was state of the art. So Wick says, the more complicated the design, the more that things can go wrong with it. And I was like, well, that's great. That puts my faith in so much stuff in the modern day world that we're all trying to do. Let's build something that does this. It's really complicated, uses all this kind of material, technology. What could possibly go wrong? AI. Sorry, I mean, obviously that's perfection in a computer term. We've all seen Terminator. Now, apparently, I don't know if this is true, but submarines have black boxes. I always thought it was just planes. I didn't know that, but there you go. Now, I haven't put his picture in, but I think he's on a trailer, I can't remember. He's definitely on the pictures. But Ben, our diver, he's got his wavy blonde hair that hangs over his forehead, over his eyes and everything else. He's not moving. I literally think it's hairspray, and it's just like, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, look at me, I look suave with my blonde hair. It's like, shouldn't you have that cut if you're putting on these things? Now, I've seen the first death. It was an interesting way to go. But when he was screaming, like obviously dying, Anna was looking at this display showing blood pressure and heart rate, and she sort of says, something weird is happening, because they're all dropping like a stone. And I'm thinking, yeah, you know the screaming, it's a telltale sign. You can hear and all the blood pressure and heart rate's dropping. Something weird is happening. Yeah, don't give you a day job. Now, I'm a bit confused at certain points. Right, we're in a place we've never been in before, so we're in this tunnel for some reason, in the submarine, floating around. Right, the image shows the course to know exactly how long and how wide it is for like miles. It's like, but we've never been there before. So how does it know? Surely it should just be like this partial image. Now, on Amazon, there's a picture of them all there in white coats. And I'm actually at that point. And I was thinking it was inside a submarine, but it's not. You kind of see, I think, from the image that they're not inside a submarine. But you think that's where they are, but they're not. Hence the cave. Now, I was watching The Creatures Attack. If you've ever seen it, it reminds me of Big Trouble in Little China, with some creatures that sort of just appear from nowhere. In other words, they ain't CGI. This is old school stuff. So Wick and Skeet have managed to get back to the submarine. And then Nina kind of explaining about stuff that's happened on the boat, on the submarine, whilst they've been away. And she's explained about 3 places that are completely locked off. Don't go in there, because it's really bad. Don't go in there, la la la. She kind of forgot to mention not to drink water, because that's what happened to some poor guy. He drank the water and died. So she's like, oh, you got to drink bottled water. Great, yeah. Oh, they've just arrived. Brilliant. Don't go in those rooms. And that's it. It's like, yeah, dead. And of course, we have a video recording that's been saved from somewhere. If you're going to watch that point, just listen to it, because I nearly got a seizure, because as usual, it's corrupted. You know what I mean? It couldn't possibly be a perfect picture. There's this huge thing that was on this ceiling of a cave that grabbed someone. That was pretty good. Like old school effects, the way they grabbed him and stuff like that. It was. I thought that was really cool. I don't know what the hell it was. Now I thought at this point when the captain, and I've never seen this in a film as such, I don't think probably it's been in some films, but basically gave someone a taste of their own medicine, as in the virus thingy. It was quite interesting. It was just like, you wanted it, here, you can have it. It was very enjoyable. But yeah, I enjoyed the whole film. It was a good film. Old school special effects. There was a good story. The acting was okay. I'm going to give it a 7. I enjoyed it. It was a really exciting film. Don't just think just because it's a 4.7 it's going to be crap. I mean, how many people have reviewed it? Well, 3,000. But that's, again, people go, probably, I don't know. The creature's a bit crap, la la la. It's like, yeah, they didn't have a green screen, and thank God they didn't. But there you go. Anyway, hopefully if you enjoyed watching and listening to this film review of The Rift, please subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty of the film reviews, quite a lot of, I don't know what this is, I put it down as an action or adventure, so I've got quite a few of those. Give me the old thumbs up if you liked the video, leave a comment below if you've seen this film. Did you enjoy it? I don't know. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.